Buenas noches, sports fans. MMA fans, get ready. PXC 19 is officially locked and loaded as the sport of MMA will host its first ever sanctioned event on Guam. It's been a long process, and boy, it has been quite long, but Guam's finally got the necessary laws in place. So leading up to today's weigh-ins, the fighters stepping onto the scale all met medical and physical requirements. My boy, Robbie Balahaja, was there and has this report.
Here we go. It's the day before the big event. Weigh-in time for PXC 19 going down at Santa Fe earlier today. Here we have some of the fighters taking photos before tomorrow's big event. On the card, we have Chad Scholing weighing 120, fighting Joe Camacho coming in at 129. Also fighting is Brandon Tyron weighing 155.5, taking on Ryan Toves at 149. Also 144.5, Mike Badari taking on Gene Johnson, and Huang Kyo-pyong at 146.5 fighting Alex Castro. Baby Joe Timinglo weighing in 146.5 fighting Bai Chan Ho at 145. We caught up with Cookie Alvarez after the weigh-ins about fighting Wenyu Bamba.
Originally, I was actually supposed to fight a guy that's a lot lighter than Wenyu. Originally, we were set to fight Kyle Boom Rages, so we were training for that. We're training with a lot of light guys. And unfortunately, he was unable to take the fight, so they scrambled an opponent for me last minute in Wenyu Bamba. So, you know, we're not going to try and exchange with him too much, but the strategy is really just to go in there and exploit his weakness. You know, as much as possible, maybe do a few hits on the way in, clinch up with him, you know, throw a couple of knees, take him down, and submit him.
We also caught up with Jose Aware about fighting his opponent, Jason Adamos.
Hard times in the gym, numerous hours, working out, eating right, and just preparing for whatever's coming at me. No, there's no grudge at all. This is strictly a sport, and so that's how we keep it professional like that.
Reporting for Guam News Watch Sports, I'm Robert Balahadja.
Game 1 of the BBL playoffs last night, Junior Nationals and Paul Toves going up against JP Uggan and the two-time defending champion Moylan's Braves. The juniors threw the first punch, scoring in the top of the first, but it was the Braves. They had none of that. Glenn Fernandez, sharp single, drives in one of 3 runs to put Moylan's back on top. JP Uggan pitched deep into the game to get the win. Here's sitting down DJ Cruz. BJ Balahaja was a terror once again on the base pass. His single in the second led to another Braves run. Then in the third, Balahaja easily steals second. That affected the psyche of the young Toves as the veteran jumped out to a 7-1 lead. Rico Castro had a huge night going 3 for 5 with 4 RBI as the Braves take Game 1 10-1. Game 2 is slated for Sunday at 7. Tonight is Game 1 of the other semifinal, AK Islanders and Bank of Guam Athletics. Both teams split their regular season matchups. Thanks for joining us during our first week here on CW4 Sports. Next week, we'll be adding a new twist as Jason J.D. Iriarte will be standing in to take care of your sports hunger. I will be out in the big sandbox for a while. So until then, take care. Tina and Jeff will be back right after this.